Hey, what's up, everybody? Hopefully, you get to see this for President's Day. Today, what is it, the 18th? No, the 17th. And I think he posted the sale is through the 19th. So we got a couple days to check out colonialknifecorp.com for a 50% off sale. Now, you've seen videos on my channel from this knife company, or maybe you haven't. Look them up. They got a variety of knives available. Handful I'm going to show you here in front of me. They've been around for 99 years. That's right. The current president, owner of Colonial, his great-grandfather started the company in 1926. They've been making knives ever since, mostly in Rhode Island. I think they've had some overseas production as well, including one of the knives I'm going to show you. But anyways, they've been around. They've had military issue knives, World War II, and presently. One of them, the World War II knives, they make a reproduction of, which we'll show you right here. This is the Mark I U.S. Navy deck knife, leather sheath, blackout blade here, some kind of synthetic handle material, and a nice clip blade. Now, I did some modifications on this. I gave it a sharper tip. It does come rounded. They state on their site that, maybe it wasn't on their site. I read it in an article, I think, that, this was not a combat knife, and they were originally ordered with a blunt tip because they were just meant for cutting stuff, for sailors cutting stuff on their ships as a utility blade. But you give it a nice tip on here. This is a perfect hunting knife, hiking knife. It's very lightweight, so you can get these 50% off their regular price. I think the regular price is $100, so it's a steal at $50. And this is exactly how they made them in World War II. Differentiator, so people don't get these confused with World War II relics. Their tang stamps are switched on the modern productions, whereas on this side here it would have said USN in World War II, but it says Colonial Providence, Rhode Island, and this side says USN. So that's the differentiator between current and World War II production. Now, I mentioned an overseas production knife. That's this right here. This is their Quick Flick. It's an assisted opener, flipper knife, half serrated. Very great ergonomics on the handle here. It's a 3-inch blade, maybe 3 1/4. I think it's exactly 3 inches. It's a liner lock. Some type of synthetic. I'm not sure if that's G10 or FRN handle scales there, but they got a good texture to them. I actually really like the pocket clip on this. Nice kind of, it seems a bit wider and clips good to the pocket. So this, I think, is usually around $50 or so. So remember, half off. President's Day. What do we got? They make a lot of switchblades. First one I'll show you is this orange one here. This is a military issue for paratroopers. There's the lock right there. Push the button. Out comes that there blade. Says Colonial and lists like their NSN number there, national stock number for military purchase. It's just under a 3-inch blade, and it also has this cord cutter on the end. Now, military has been issuing a knife of this type since World War II. The OG paratroopers had a knife like this that were made by Schrade back then. Camillus later picked up the contract, and then Colonial picked it up. Now, same knife, but they also make it in camo, mossy oak camo here. Again, switchblade action. Now this doesn't have the NSN code on it because the camo's not a military issue, just the orange one is. But it looks cool for us civilian types who like camo. It's got the cord cutter there too. They also make a version of it in a law enforcement knife. They call this a law enforcement because it's blackout. I guess law enforcement doesn't want the blaze orange. This has the old school carry method of a bail instead of a pocket clip. It's the same blade, black coating on it, and this particular one has a shorter, fully serrated blade. Pretty neat little knife. And these are very lightweight, guys. I think they're less than 3 ounces, and this is even lighter. This is going out. They're not making this pattern anymore. Well, soon. I mean, you can buy it today yet. But it is a Tanto blade designed by the late great Blackie Collins. This one's serrated. They do come in plain edge as well. Neat handle design. Good grip structure here. Neat little blade. Again, this is a sub 3-inch blade, but it's cool. Now, what I think are the finest blades in their catalog is this pair right here. This is the CE 100 bushcraft knife, Kydex sheath, tech lock, black G10, 154 cm blade steel, thick, 3/16 of an inch stock. It's a thin blade, so nice fine cutting task here. Good jimping up here on this thumb ramp. Not really a ramp, but it's a rest for your thumb. Very sharp and very good blade steel in 154 cm. That's a bushcraft knife. This is also designated bushcraft knife, or I think this is a good survival knife. The big brothers, the CE 400. Same materials, just a much lighter, longer blade. 6-inch blade, that one's 4 inches. But then, I mean, much like twice as wide on that. And, 3/16 full tang there. It's heavy. This is about a pound. This one's a much lighter weight because, well, it's much smaller, right? But really nice. This one does really have a thumb ramp. No jimping on this big one though. Not a huge finger guard, but I feel like what's there pushes your finger out away from the edge. This is polished G10, so not super tactile and grippy, but I really like this knife. Would definitely recommend this to anyone who's looking for a nice survival knife. It even appeared on an episode of Naked and Afraid. All right. Now, I don't have them yet, but maybe I'll get them in this sale. You never know. Since Ontario went out of business, Colonial picked up a couple of their products for manufacture. So Colonial is now making the Pilot Survival Knife and the Marine Corps Fighting Knife, also known as the K-Bar, generally speaking, even though that's a trademark name. So you can get those too for a great half off price. So check out colonialknifecorp.com.